11. We're going to get into a feminine reading today. Keep in mind you could be a male, but have a feminine energy. That's okay. All right? It's just an energy. That makes no sense. It's Mercury retrograde season. It's just an energy is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and use my tarot and just see what's happening in the feminine situation. Hey, Natural Mystic. Hey, Besso and Lena. It's so good to see you girls. Oh, Besso, good evening from Egypt. Ooh, girl, I just watched a TikTok that you can go to Starbucks in Egypt and go to and get a latte and all this other stuff for like $1. Each thing is like $1 or $1.50. If that's true, please let me know, because dang, you guys are lucky. And I hear that like Starbucks has a really cool balcony to see the pyramids at night. I don't know, but that looks really beautiful. All right, Spirit, show me and direct me with these cards what we need to find out for the divine feminine energy today. Oh, so we got High Priestess. The most powerful card in the deck. All right. Divorce, third party, the Empress, that's you. The Star, Seven of Swords, Page of Cups, Temperance, breaking those karmic chains. Bottom of the deck is Hanged Man. Good morning, Christina. So guys, I need you to chill and hang on and just see what's going to happen. I think emotions are maybe flying everywhere, but we are definitely having a separation from someone. And it could be a love relationship. It could be a family connection. I don't know. You'll have to see what's kind of going on in your situation. But you feel separated. And you're just like, you know what? There's more than one person involved. There could be 3 people. But either way, you're just like, yeah, I'm done. I'm cutting this off. I'm separating myself from the problem. And you're going to focus on yourself, Empress. You're going to just do your own healing. You're going to recover. You're going to focus on your health, your well-being, your financials. You're just like, I have a lot more to worry about than some ridiculous third-party situation that I don't even know everything about. And that's the High Priestess. It's like I'm pulling back. I'm observing. I don't know everything about it. There's secrets. There's hidden things. Why would I want to be tied up in it? And the Star is just like a blessing. It's like, you know what? I'm just going to, how do you say, cut my losses. I'm going to cut my losses. I'm going to be grateful for where I am and what I have. And with the Seven of Swords, yeah, I'm going to get away. I'm going to get away. I'm going to escape. I'm going to leave a toxic situation. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. And you're going to wish them the best, Page of Cups. Like, oh, I wish you the best. I definitely wish you the best. I'm still hurt. I'm still bothered by what you did, by what happened. But it doesn't mean I don't love you. It just means I don't want to sit at this table with this triangle BS anymore. And like I said, guys, this could be family. This could be friends. This could be a actual romantic third-party relationship. But it's one you just no longer want to be a part of, and that's okay. And with Temperance, it's like I need you. It's like you need to just get a breather and get clear, like rethink your life. Take some time away from the problem. It's like I need to recoup. Somebody here could be a nurse also. Like you work long hours, you're at the hospital a lot. Could be a doctor or nurse with the Empress and the Star, and you're just like, oh my God, I need to get away from this job. It's like your second spouse. And you're just like, I need to get out of here. And like, I've been here all my life already, is what you feel like. You're like, I need to get out of here. There is life outside of the hospital. This is not Grey's Anatomy. I don't need to sleep here, eat here, live here, and have relationships in life here. This is affecting me. So for a lot of you guys, your job could be totally affecting you, and you're just like, this is not my life. I have a whole nother life. This job, not my life. And for other people, it's, like I said, it's your relationships, and you're just like, oh my God, this relationship has consumed me. I need to get out of it. Everything I do, everything I think about every day, it's just drama, drama, drama with this third party. I'm out. Good luck. You know? I'm feeling like you're like Willy Wonka in the original. You're like, you lose, sir. You drank fizzy lifting drink. You didn't follow rule blah, blah, blah in the book, in the contract. It clearly states. So no, you get nothing. You lose, sir. Anyways, I feel like whoever you're talking to, you're like, you lose, sir. You get nothing from me anymore. But so does a good deed in a weary world. That's what it says in Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. I'm just going with it. So who does a good deed in a weary world? I do think this person is going to apologize to you. I know, you don't want to hear it. You'd rather just take off. Seven of Swords. I don't have time for their BS, Stephanie. I don't want to hear their apology. It's not necessary. They can go live their life. I'm going to go live mine. It's really no big deal. Hey, I'm just here to read cards. Okay, that's all. What do they want to say in this apology? What does this person want to tell the feminine, please? Oh, okay. You want to tell the feminine all that? Number one, I'm figuring out my feelings, femme. I'm working on balancing my energy. Oh, I know you're my soulmate. Oh, well, okay. So this person's like, just, can you have some patience with me? I'm not perfect. I've got issues. You're like, oh, I clearly know you have issues. And you're like, you know what? Patience is all you've got, honey, because you don't have me. I am patient, and I'm out. I'm out. And you know what the truth is? To be honest, you're probably not being patient, but that's okay. I'm a firm believer that whatever decision you make is the right one. Follow your heart. So if you feel like zipping out of a situation, Seven of Swords right now is what you need to do, honey, I support you. Bottom of the deck is I'm healing my past life trauma. The age old. Let's get a message from the unicorns. And you know what? You're like, listen, I know you're like, let me tell you something, sir. Let me tell you something. I know you're my soulmate. This is coming from you, okay? I know you're my soulmate. But just because you're my soulmate doesn't give you free ride to treat me however you feel like it. All right? And you're like, I'm going to set you straight. It's not how it goes. Yep. Just because you're my family, just because you're my soulmate, just because you're whoever so-and-so, doesn't matter. You don't get to do that. And you're like, you better work on balancing your energy. And that is temperance, balancing your energy, doing some self-healing, some reflection, some perfection, adjusting yourself, rethinking your life, recalibrating, if you will, recalibrating the situation. And you're like, I am recalibrating. I'm recalibrating how much time and energy I give you and how much I need to pull back because I've been giving you too much. So anyways, you're like, I'm pulling back. That's you getting a chance to recalibrate. Spirit, please show me the feminine energy in these unicorn oracles. God, I really am having issues. Mercury's just not being nice to me. Bottom of the deck is dance. Oh my God. Right? You guys know. Markers, you know. We don't have a whole lot of people in the room right now, but you know. We've been getting this dance card for 3 days in a row. Seriously. Like, I've never gotten dance so many times in my life in readings and days. I suggested you guys to dance, was it yesterday or the day before? To just go put on some good music and dance. Even if you feel kind of weird or a little bit awkward, just dance. Because it's like somatic healing. It moves trauma and pain out of your body. It really does. But, bottom of the deck, overall, underall energy, dance. Move your body to music. Dance with the rhythm of life. Manifest your dream through dance. The other card we have is strength. Oh boy, does it take strength to deal with someone that's BSing you. This is going to be a challenge, and it's going to make you stronger. You are going to get through to the other side. Look for the gifts in this situation. How strong do you have to be to look at a bad situation and see the good in it? Very strong. Very. To see a blessing in what feels like a curse, you better be very strong. It's not for the weak. Balancing your energy, finding patience when you have none, forgiveness when you have none, when all you want to see is BS in the Seven of Swords. That's a heck of a lot of strength. I do want to say for the Divine Feminine right now, all you want to do is go off on someone. Really, all you want to do is go off. But this is the time to break your temper. You are the horse, and it's like the horse needs to get broke. Time to train. Time to tame you. Your anger. And I know a lot of you guys have the opinion that, oh, I'm an extremely patient person. You are, until it's something you really care about. Something really important to you. Balancing your temper is not for them, although it certainly benefits them, because who wants you to lose your temper on them? Certainly benefits them. But it's not about them. It's not about keeping them safe or able to not hear what you want to tell them. It's about you mastering yourself. And that's the strength card. Your shadow side, your anger. Because a person that can temper their anger is a very strong individual. It makes you strong in mind and strong in heart, strong in spirit. If you are feeling tested, I think it's time to put on some good music. and dance. This is a time for you to see how strong you really are. I don't know, are you going to be able to make it through this challenge? Because I do feel there's some kind of temptation. Someone's going to irritate you in this third party connection. They're going to scratch at the surface. They're going to try to get their way under your skin. They may even make it. They may definitely get their way under your skin. You know what a lot of us say when we lose our temper? Oh, please forgive me. It's that time of the month, or I didn't get much sleep, or I've been under a lot of stress, which is all just words for I cannot manage myself under pressure. And it's an excuse we give ourselves to be like, whatever I did, whenever I cursed or went off or was disrespectful or blew up to someone, perhaps your children, perhaps your parents, perhaps your best friend, your siblings, or your lover. Instead of you going inside, which is temperance, you turning to the inside with your high priestess, which is it's always turning inward. When you have the high priestess, that tarot card is always about the inner knowledge, the inner wisdom, and the inner doorway to the spirit realm, which is protecting your spirit. So the high priestess protects the spirit. She's not worldly. She's universal. Anyways, losing our temper is worldly. Holding ourselves together in a moment of testing is universal. It's galactic. It's celestial. And you are part of that world. You are a soul, an everlasting soul, having a human experience. And your soul is learning to deal with the karma that is the body, and the feelings, and the anger, and the rage, and the excuses, and all that stuff that comes with it. Do you feel like you are an expert at emotional control? Probably not. Probably not. Okay, hardly any of us are. So now this is a beautiful piece of growth, and the Empress is like, I can't talk today because Mercury's lovely. The Empress is like, hey, are we ready to grow into ourselves now? The divine feminine, the Empress, is not someone that loses her temper easily. And she's definitely someone that can keep her cool even under pressure, because she's someone who has mastered the art of balancing herself, which means she has tools in her bag. The High Priestess also has tools in her bag. And look how it's in order. Number 2 major arcana, number 3 major arcana. So it's like you're leveling up. You're growing. The number 3 in the major arcana, the Empress, the numerological energy, stands for growth, expansion, which is why the Empress is always pregnant. She's always giving birth to something new. And it's growing. It always means it's not time yet. The baby's not in her arms, but it will be. And so this is a sign that you probably do not have control, but you will. You will have control. So let's read this. And if you are sick or ill or something's going on with you, you're going to get better. This is, you're going to make it. You're going to get better. You're going to heal. It's going to take some time and you need some patience, but you're going to heal. Okay, so this card says this. When pressure is applied to coal, it transforms into glittering diamonds. We are similarly tested at points in our life where our soul journey can lead our hearts to some tough situations, but also let more love in. Our wisdom is going to deepen, and we're going to rise to this beautiful point in our lives, like the star, into our light. You may be facing a challenge right now. You may be grieving for a loved one. You may have recently had your heart absolutely broken. You may be feeling scared or very, very alone. Call on your angels. Call on God. Call on Jesus. Call on the unicorns. Call on whatever you must that feels spiritually divine to you to hold you in this, to love you, and to support you in this time where you are alone. You're having to deal with this by yourself. And allow these spiritual entities around you to carry you on their backs through this deep initiation. And that's true because sometimes it takes more strength to ask for help than to do it by yourself. It's very humbling to say, hey, I'm having a hard time with this. I can't, and I shouldn't do it. I shouldn't do it. It's like having surgery and, oh, I'll be fine by myself. I'll make it through. I'll recover because you're strong. But really what you need to say is, no, I need help. I need help going to the bathroom. I need help getting up out of bed. I need help getting food. I need help getting water. Like, I really could use that support. But some people are too strong to ask. Or if you're a single parent and you're trying to be the best mom in the whole wide world, you're trying to be the best chef, you're trying to be the best provider, you're trying to be the best friend, you're trying to be the best home decorator, you're just like, I'm going to be the best at everything. The strength of it all is you probably won't. You're probably going to be overwhelmed and stressed out. And you probably should hire a maid. And maybe even put out a delegated list of tasks that everyone should be chipping in and doing. Because you do have to look out for you. And that's humbling. It's humbling to be like, listen, I can, if I must, do it all. I can. But I shouldn't. There should be some time left over for me to figure out my feelings, to balance my energy, to do what's important for my soul, that there should be time for that. Anyway, so this card is saying, make sure you do that. It also says, Divine Feminine, let yourself grieve or feel extremely hurt and even vulnerable, open and exposed for as long as you need in order for you at this time to fully heal. And these two cards are very healing. The Star and Temperance, they're amazing. The Star is wish fulfillment, but it's also rebuilding after a tower. And it's about getting divine assistance. And it's about being led and guided by the stars. But it's mostly in the traditional image of the star. A woman has her foot half in the water. Well, 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the earth, which is very temperance, by the way. And it represents being balanced. It does. It represents the star taking the star from the water, which is emotions, and holding it up to the sky, to the stars, and asking for healing and guidance and support. It's like surrender, honestly. So the star has a lot to do with surrender. God, this is not my plan, but yours. Or this is a divine soul contract, let I surrender to that, and I just want to be guided with it. And I want to heal whatever pain and frustration and anger I might have about it because things aren't going my way. So this is really a surrender card after the tower. It's like, fine, you took my tower. Now all I have left is my faith. And I surrender whatever's left to you. And I'm just open. I'm an open vessel. Pour into me what needs to be poured into me. Thank you, Mia, for that link. You're so sweet. So anyways, let's finish this here because I keep gabbing. I'm so sorry. Let yourself grieve to feel vulnerable in order for you to fully heal. Know that you do have the strength to come through this on the other side, and you will. You have been through many trials in many lifetimes, and you have prevailed through all of them. Even the ones you never thought you could survive, you made it through. And when you are ready, look for the hidden gifts in this experience and the reason your soul called you here right now at this time. Know that just like that piece of coal, you will emerge from this experience glittering bright like a diamond. I love it. And I feel called to read one more thing for you, and it's support. And it's right after the strength card. And I just feel like you need to hear it, feminines. So it says, ask for help, get more rest, nurture yourself. If you're feeling tired and burnt out, overwhelmed, or overworked, it's a call to lighten your load and recharge your batteries. Your energy levels are probably very low, and it's proving counterproductive to getting things done or even being there for others. And for women, you're going to notice it a lot with your cortisol levels going up. That means you're gaining extra weight around the stomach. That means you're not sleeping well. It's actually detrimental to your brain. It could lead to dementia, so I'm warning you, don't let stress take over your life. And don't let your cortisol levels get out of control. Balance them. Yeah, there's going to be a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever, that you can't answer the phone calls. You can't do business. Maybe you can't go to work. You just have to recharge. And that's okay. Anyways, you may feel like you have to do everything for yourself or don't know who or how to ask for help. A part of you could be addicted to the adrenaline rush of stress and hustle and cortisol. You may even feel like it's a sign of weakness to slow down or that you don't even deserve to be nurtured at all. You have nothing to prove by working yourself to death or too hard or by sacrificing yourself by doing everything alone. This winged horse urges you to ask for help. Get more rest and be loving to your body. Schedule some non-negotiable time for naps. Set boundaries around your work hours and make getting a good night's sleep a priority. Hire an assistant. Figure out what you need to get you to sleep. It's a must. It's not negotiable. Hire an assistant to train or team up with other members in your business to do work. Hire someone to help you around the house. Spend a day at the spa. Book in for a massage or some other body treatment. And simply take some time to do nothing. Ask your friends and family to help with your kids or invest in additional help. like a nanny. But you are worthy of this support. There's no win in being Superwoman when Superwoman can't even do anything for herself. You are worthy of this support. Take the extra energy that you're going to get from all of this support, and as a result, you're going to realize suddenly, wow, that was so worth the time and money and negotiations. So I feel like some of you guys needed to hear that. Okay. That being said, let's see what's going to start happening here soon, what's coming up in your near future. Messages with Mia. I'm going to fly to Colorado to get a treatment from Steph. Oh, I would love that. You know, to be honest, we have really nice cabins, really nice vacation spots, VRBOs. I mean, there's a lot of beautiful things here. If you go to like a vacation spot, I would probably be able to meet you there. That way you get to have a little vacation and treatment at the same time. I do scalp massage. I do chakra healings. I do a lot of body work. You know, I was thinking, and maybe I should do it. Markers, I think you suggested it, but maybe it was somebody else. I don't remember. And if it is someone else and I forgot your name, I'm so sorry. About doing a retreat. Because Colorado is pretty popular for the mountains and the cabins. And, you know, if I could just locate a place that could host a number of people per tickets and do a retreat, we could do classes, we could do tarot, we could do astrology, we could do individual massage, we could do all those kinds of healing things. We could do grief, I can't talk, not grief therapy. We could do relationship therapy, group therapy. Okay, there's a lot of cool stuff. Markers, let's just go stay in Bishop's Castle. Yeah, no, I don't think so. You're crazy. You're just crazy. You know, but Breckenridge is nice even in the summer. Aspen is always beautiful. Black Mesa, Durango, the hot springs, Estes Park, really nice places. Victoria, thank you so much. I'm in Oregon and can't get to Colorado for that. I wish I could. Aww. Well, maybe Steph, if you guys share my posts and like me and subscribe, I'll get popular and rich. And then I can travel to all you guys and go do retreats wherever you guys are at. I could just be a traveling little vagabond. Anyways, we'll see. You never know. You never know. Okay. Thank you, Mia. All right. So let's see what's going to be coming up for the feminine spirit. Can you please use these tarot cards to guide and direct me with the next set of upcoming events that the feminine needs to be aware of? Six of Wands is coming for you. I just saw that image about being crowned. You're absolutely going to be crowned. Like that's success, victory, and a job well done. Okay. So bottom of the deck is Three of Cups in the reverse. Now these are the triple sister goddess energy. You know, there could be some issues between you and some friends, maybe even sisters or siblings. There could be a falling away. This is like a lack of celebration. This is sad times, not good times. And, you know, it's about maybe just trying to stay, maybe it's not necessarily something bad. is happening, but I just want to stay away from people, kind of isolate. I don't really want to be around family right now. I just want to be alone. I just need to recharge my batteries. I love my friends. I love my siblings. I love my family. Maybe I just want to be just alone for a little while. So you might take some time out to do that. Bottom line, overall energy. Maybe it's that time you need to figure out your feelings. High Priestess pulling away. Let's see what else is happening. Ten of Swords. And death or ending of situation or relationship. All right, so that's a thing that's going to be coming up. It's also about painful endings. It's also about feeling betrayed. Then we have Five of Wands, arguments, battles around you. Not looking so good so far, right, guys? Let's stop here for a moment and just say, probably over the next week, maybe 10 days, you're going to be kind of at a battle with yourself, about betrayal. I think there's going to be a lot of pulling away and reflecting about being betrayed. You feel very, very betrayed by somebody. Or maybe it's more than one person. But it was someone you loved. It was someone you cared very deeply for. And you're just hurt and surprised that they would hurt you like this. And like I said in the card earlier, it takes a lot of strength to reflect, to go deep inside, and to just temper your feelings at this moment, right? Temper them. And by being alone and just dealing with being vulnerable and grieving and crying and asking for help and support when need be, that takes a lot of strength and wisdom. But I do think you're going to pull away because you are very tempted to argue. You want to go to war. You want to battle this. You're like, I want to tell them how they hurt me. I want to go off on them. I want to completely let it out. I just want to go off. Ten of Swords, like, I just want to let it out, and then it will be done. It'll be over. And Spirit's saying, caution. That's pick your battles wisely. Oh, look at this. 1010, my friends. That is a message of divine new beginnings. The 10 is a magical number of happiness and going to the next level, and it's an ending, but it's a beautiful beginning. Nines are more of a painful ending. Nines are being alone, and it's painful, and there's grief and death, and it's all about the ending, the difficulty. This is the relief. Learning how to maintain your temper and pick your battles is going to make you so happy. And it might even benefit your family relationships. Okay? Happiness and good things are around the corner. There is going to be a party or a celebration very soon. And you're going to feel happy. And you're going to remember family's important. Family and lovers. It doesn't always go the way we plan. There's going to be arguments, problems, childish, meaningless BS in our lives that make us want to fight with the people we love. You didn't do this. You did this to me. It's feeling slighted. And it's just like, you hurt me. And it's okay to express that. But mind our tempers, we need to figure out a way to temperance ourselves. I'm not saying keep quiet like a little mouse and hold all your secrets in, although that's what the High Priestess does. But the Empress is like, no, we're going to evolve a little bit past the High Priestess. We're going to stop letting things eat us up and hold it in and not say anything, because that's explosive. But we are going to pick our battles. We are going to keep certain things inside that don't need to be coming out, like word vomit or emotional vomit. but I'm also going to be wise enough and mature enough to let some things come out in a mature way. And I'm going to learn and find ways to meditate, to do what I need to do to manage my stress levels, because it's not everybody else's fault. And I feel like social media honestly has a huge impact on our brain. I didn't grow up with that. I mean, we just pretty much got on this smartphone bandwagon like what, 9, 10 years ago? It wasn't always here. Let's just go ahead and go with the magic number 10. Okay, it wasn't always here. TikTok certainly wasn't always here. Snapchat, um, Instagram, none of those things were here till a few years ago. And look at, it's got some good. There's beautiful things to see on social media, and I'm very glad about that. But there's also this addiction that they've unfortunately added to the mix. It's like Doritos. They're good, but not every day. And they're good, but they're poison. It's like, let's manage our poison intake, you know? Nothing's wrong with a bag of Doritos, but if you're buying one 3 times a week, you might have some issues with your health, big ones. Red dye number, what is it, 40 is in Doritos. Bunch of other toxic crap that we shouldn't eat. But you know what? I'm not going to give up Doritos. Okay? I freaking love Doritos. And I'm sorry, I will have one. I will have a bag maybe once every 3 months if I can push it out that far. But I will have Doritos. I will manage my poison. And I'll do a detox. But I know that I can't have Doritos all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I love Dr. Pepper. I know I can't have it all the time. More poison. But these are little poisonous treats that we can give ourselves. Little devilish havings. Okay. Yes, I'm going to call them havings. Like a little sneaky devil, little havings. I am going to have my havings once in a while, but I'm not going to let them overtake me. I'm not going to become obsessed with them. They're not going to get me on my addiction. Okay, so I haven't tried the chili purple bag, but I do love me some Cool Ranch. Anywho, have your havings in moderation. And that's a lot. And I feel like social media does need to be mentioned because the swords do represent technology and communication. And I feel like there's an ending here. It's going to be very painful for you to cut off a substantial amount of social media. But I give you a challenge today, sir and ma'am, and I'll do it with you if you do it. Bring down your social media scrolling to an hour a day. YouTube doesn't count. That's more radio. That's more podcast. That's like TV while you're doing other things. We can live our lives and listen to YouTube at the same time. We're not like stuck to the screen. Although maybe some of you are stuck to the screen. And if you are, I love you because you get to see all the cards. But I know a lot of you guys just listen. But you know, that's different. YouTube videos, they're informational, they're educational, they're informative. You know, I think that's like going to church. I think it's like going to a class. You know, it's helpful. But scrolling on TikTok and Instagram and mindlessly just bored, that is where our mind is saying, I'm drowning. You're drowning me in social media. Please stop drowning me. I don't have time for meditation. I don't have time for yoga and stretches. I don't have time for mantras. I don't have time to sit outside and watch the sunset or rise. I don't have time to have a healthy bedtime ritual because I'm on social media. And it's become a crutch and a security blanket and a comfort and a friend and a lover and a healer. It's become everything. Think about what social media has become in your life. For some people, unfortunately, it's become more important than their family, more important than their toddlers. This is where we have to do a social media cleanse. And it's just as important as a dietary cleanse. And I challenge you, because it's not easy. It is a challenge, and that's the Five of Wands, a battle and a challenge. You want a better life? You want better relationships? I challenge you to cut down your social media time to an hour. If you can do better than that, high five. But at least an hour, that's something. And I challenge you, in substitution for those times that you're scrolling, to do something healthy, like read a book, which actually grows your neurons and helps you maintain your brain health. Like do yoga and mantras and stretches. I dare you to do that. Anyways, I dare you. And if you do that, there's going to be a beautiful 10 of cups at the end of the rainbow. Mia, I have taught my daughter to break away, meaning exactly what Stephanie is saying, and she does. Oh, thank you. You know what's hilarious? And these children are here reminding me. Adults are hilarious. We expect our children to regulate their emotions, to get it together like that when they're crying or they're angry. It's like, get it together. We expect them to listen to what we say the first time. We expect them to not be fazed by social media, to be respectful, helpful, normal kids. We expect them to have it all together like an adult. Even better than us. We expect them to share, eat healthy food, want healthy food. We expect them to have all this great lifestyle stuff. And what are we showing them? That we're on the phone, that we're eating crap, that we're not going to bed when we should. But we're telling them you should go to bed. You should sleep well. You should get full 8 hours. And we're getting 2 or 4 or whatever. You should be more managed. You shouldn't get so upset about fill in the blank. Yet they see you having a full-fledged meltdown over a TV show or a breakup or something. They're like, oh my God, Mom, are you okay? Dad, are you okay? You're like, I'm fine. I'm fine. But it's hilarious how we expect children to, they have zero experience. And we're like, get it together. Get it together. We're the ones with the issues. We got to remember, if we're raising children, to look at ourselves and be like, hey, set an example. They need to know why it's better to get off social media. They need to see the evidence. They need to see why you look better. You sound better. You're nicer. The house is cleaner. You are more successful. They need to see that so they can be inspired. Anyways, that's just a message for people with kids. What else is coming? We have another 10. 10, 10, 10. Major Arcana number 10, Wheel of Fortune. Loving it. So this is an elevation of money. This is an overseas trip and a completion to a phase. But really, it could mean travel. And it also means things are finally changing in a good way. Well, it could be good. I think it's good. 10 of Cups right next to it. This image is about life and death. But it's also about fate. Everybody in this image has wings, if you notice. Everybody has wings. We have the lion, the Leo, with wings. The Taurus bull with wings. Scorpio, the eagle, represents with wings. And Aquarius, the human, with wings. Okay. And we've got Anubis down here. And this particular deity, I can't remember what it's called. It's like the Sphinx, but it's not. I can't remember. But it represents fate. And on the wheel, in Hebrew, it says Yad-He, Vad-He, which is the hand of God. Okay, so there is a Hebrew message in here, the hand of God. And if you look at it again, it says Rota. Rota in regular English letters. And if you look at it even further, it says tarot. So Rota and tarot are here. Rota is wheel, obviously, Latin or whatever. But tarot is bringing this card in to say, this is the will of God. This is fate. This is destiny. And this is going to change whether you like it or not. People die whether you like it or not, and that's fate. It's destiny. Astrology. Timing, This is the clock, and in essence it does represent the clock. And there's a time for everything, And it's like there's a time for us to battle, and there's a time for us to rest, and there's a time for rebirth, and there's a time for death. And the Wheel of Fortune is coming in your reading to tell you this is going to change. Something big in your divine feminine life. And I mean big because the Wheel of Fortune is not for small little things like your attitude's going to change or something like that. This is major life changes. Your family life is going to change. This means like your kids are going to grow and move out of the house, or they're going to be adults. They're no longer children. And that's a change you can't stop. The hand of time that just keeps going and going and going without your permission, without you saying, wait, slow down. I want to enjoy my kids a little bit longer. Wait, slow down. I'm not ready for the ending of this relationship. Wait, slow down. I'm not ready to turn into this next phase of my life. Wait, slow down. It doesn't slow down for anyone. And that's what that message is really saying. Like time is constantly moving and at a very fast pace. So relish and appreciate the good moments, because even on a good day, you may be convinced it's a bad day because you got a bad phone call about a bill or something, or you got a flat tire, or your car died, or something. And it's like, don't let that BS ruin your day. And don't let some ridiculous little feud ruin your family's future. There's more important things to life than these trivial Five of Wands, childish arguments and battles. They do not serve you in the afterlife. They're not going with you. This little battle that you might win or not win, it sure as heck isn't going to follow you into the afterlife. But the people you love and the love that you've given and the love they give you, honey, that's going to go with you no matter where, how, who, when. It's going to always be and go with you. And that's important. So you remember, God can turn that clock any moment, and someone could pass. Someone could move away. Someone could be cut off at any moment. cherish that and pray and say, Spirit, Source, Creator, God, guide me, lead me, direct me, talk to me, help me. I need to know that I'm on the right track, and I need peace and I need balance. God, I need to have this clarity with the star and temperance. Give me spiritual, universal clarity. And Spirit says this: turn off your phone. Turn it off. Come to me in your silence. Walk with me in the Garden of Eden, which is this earth. Walk with me in the garden. I'm there with you. But you don't ever know, or you don't even notice, or you don't hear me. You don't notice because your mind is constantly preoccupied with other crap. If you want me in you, empty your cup. Don't fill it with nonsense. And that's what temperance is. When temperance is balancing the cups, pouring water in and out of 2 cups, it's a flow. It is. It's a flow, and I think it represents the river, and I think it represents we got to go with the flow. There are some days you're going to need to meditate a hell of a lot more than you ever would any other. There are some years in your life where it's going to be a recoup year, and there are some years where it's a go get it year. That's the balance. The funny little lies we tell ourselves is, this is going to be my life, this is going to be my schedule, and this is how life's going to be here on out. Those are lies. They're lies we tell ourselves because we have zero control with the Wheel of Fortune on how those dice are rolled. Honestly, our little goals and schedules, it's up to that Wheel of Fortune based on who's going to live and die, who's going to be healthy or sick, who's going to be well fed and not, and who's going to be doing, you fill in the blank. It's like schedules and goals are nice, but they're not a promise. It's nice to have your sights set on the horizon, but there may be a lot of interesting things along the way. You're not going to get there when you think you're going to get there, you know? And so anyways, I'm hearing in this message, life doesn't always go as planned, but we need to make the most of it and pick our battles wisely and make sure that we are detoxing from more things than just food, and that we are finding our inner balance and our inner temperance. Okay, so next, 8 of Wands. So a lot's going to be coming at you over the next 8 weeks. Are you ready? Speedy news or a situation coming. Arrows of love also. But these arrows is like choop, 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 like Star Wars, one right after the other. So there's going to be a lot coming at you. You're going to be busy. And as far as your action, your desire, and your energy, you're going to want to conquer everything. And on top of that, on your plate of all these things coming, you have family to think about. So Temperance says you better get your rest because you're going to need it. You better have a good bedtime. And you better sure as heck make some time to woo-saw, meaning meditate, mantras, stretch, balance your emotions, because you're going to need it. Because when this stress hits the fan, you're going to need all the tools in your bag possible to maintain your cool under the pressure that's coming. And ironically, under the Strength card, we got pressure. So I think it's safe to say that the Divine Feminine is under an immense amount of pressure. And you're either going to crack or you're going to become a diamond. But Spirit says you will not crack if you are strong in self, your core. And so work with your body, dance, stretch. That's somatic healing, but also walking, stargazing, sun gazing. That's going to connect you to the universe. Get your eyeballs away from the screen. Okay, 1 hour a day social media scroll. That's it. You really have to cut this out. And that's the Ten of Swords. You're going to need it because how in the world are you going to juggle all these Eight of Wands with 4 or 5 hours or 6 hours of social media scrolling? How are you going to juggle all this? Your brain is not going to have the energy, and neither is your body. And what's worse, and it's a proven scientific thing, and you see it in kids, when people social media scroll, they get irritable, quickly irritated, because you interrupt them. If you talk to them, it's like, what? Because your mind is focused on doing something. You know, if something comes up like someone needs a ride or you have to go to the store, you have to shower. You're like, oh, I have to shower. I have to do this. I have to quit watching what I really want to watch. And it becomes this addiction. It's sick. And kids and even adults struggle from this. And your body's like, God, I'm crying for help, but it's so hard to get away from this addiction. It's worse than drugs. So hard. But I know you can do it. And if you have to put your phones in a safe with a lock for now, do it. You're going to get antsy. And this is where you're going to have to dance because your hands are like, ah. It's like wanting a cigarette and having that oral fixation. You're going to have to like, okay, I don't have my phone. You're going to catch yourself watching a movie and looking for the phone to grab it so you could scroll while you're watching the movie. That's the worst thing you could do to yourself. Let's, as a generation, quit that habit. No more scrolling while watching TV. Let your brain do one thing at a time. That's really hard for Geminis. There's the exception if you have to do work while being with the family watching a movie. You know, that's an exception. But don't drag it out the entire movie. Make it a point to put those things away. All right. So anyways, we did that. All right. So we got what's coming up next. Let's get some further details on the Eight of Wands. Everything that's coming at you. And by the way, you break cycles in 21 days. So if you could figure a way to do that for 21 days, you might be very happy that you broke your cycle. Ha! All right, so the Eight of Wands is clarified by a clock. Just we talked about divine timing and the Wheel of Fortune, and here it is. All right, yeah, get a coloring book, guys. I love coloring in those cute little things. I love it. An actual book and markers, not the phone coloring. It's fun. So this is clarified by time. So you're going to have not very much time. There's a lot coming at you that requires your time. So time management is going to be your best friend. There's all kinds of phone scheduling apps, guys. You can use it or get an actual paper one, whatever makes you happy. But you're going to have to schedule out your time morning to night. And if you stick to it, you're going to get used to it. Bottom of the deck is followed by death. You might be confronted with death. There might be a situation with death. Someone you love could die or be given a terminal illness. You might be, who knows? There's information coming in. But it's also, don't think so dreary. It's also, I have to think about how I want to live my life. That life is short, clock and death. Life is too short. I'm not going to waste it on bickering and arguments that are petty. And I'm not going to waste it on my phone. So there's a lifestyle change, and that's what the Eight of Wands is. You're going to get to the other side. This is mending bridges. If you're in a fight with someone, the fight's going to be over. We're going to heal. We're going to recover from the fight. Especially if it's family or ones you love. You're going to make amends. If it's bad health, honey, you're going to get a handle on it. And you're going to tackle it. You're going to be healthier than you've ever been. Same with mental health. If it's distance between you and your siblings or you and your children or you and your family, I see bonds being brought back together. Reestablished connections. I want to say one more thing about that. Someone needs to hear this. You need to lose control. You're not always going to be in control. And that's what life and death is going to teach you. And the Wheel of Fortune. You just don't have control over people's destinies, their own charts, their lifetime lines. You don't, and you won't. And as much as you want to make everyone do the right thing in your mind, you cannot. So this is a reminder. Just control what you can, what is in your power to control. Little ones are a different story. Yes, you can control that. You only have control for certain things, and then there's other things just left out of your control. And strength says, let's remember that. And the one thing we can absolutely control is ourselves. So Empress says, master yourself. This is a year, 2024, that you are going to master yourself. And when you master yourself, then maybe you could advise others on how to master themselves. For now, what I'm hearing is, Ten of Swords, keep your mouth shut. You don't know how to master yourself. Don't give anyone else advice on how to master themselves. All right. So anyways, we have no control. Time is precious. Bonds are going to be mended. That's the speedy news. That's the Eight of Wands. That's what's coming for you. All right. There's a schedule, revamp of your schedule and your time. It's going to be very busy. Full schedule. You're going to handle it. Let's go ahead and get a message from the man or woman you love. Or maybe it's not a relationship, 10 of Cups. Maybe it's your daughter. Maybe it's your son. Maybe it's your sister. Maybe it's your, best friend. Anyways, let's just get a message from the important person that you want to hear from. Okay, bottom of the deck, they're feeling hopeful. Okay, this person that you love is like, you know what? I'm not a Debbie Downer. Glass is not half empty. I'm not worried about this Five of Wands between you and I. I'm not worried. I know that we're going to get through this. The Star card. I'm feeling very hopeful that we're going to make amends. That's how your person feels. Please be patient with me. I'm not perfect. I don't always know how to express myself. Okay, I've got issues with that. We all do. Spirit is helping me be better at all of this. I can't stop thinking about you. Oh, they're thinking about you as much as you're thinking about them. Honestly. What does Spirit want to tell you about your love situation? And guys, if you want me to answer your questions today, please post your question for markers if you have one. They're $15. You can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you spend over 100, you get a bunch of bonuses. But you'll get a live reading right now if you want it. So look deep within your heart and feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. All right. So Spirit's like, whenever you feel like someone doesn't love you, and you feel like the petty fight is too deep, look deep within your High Priestess Empress heart. There you will feel that person's love, and you'll know that your mind is only playing tricks on you because they love you as deep as the ocean. Wow. And now we have another message about the clock. Time. Time, you are trying too hard. Give it time, which is kind of surrender. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is surrender. Well, close. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. Let's do one of these. Bottom of the deck. This is the crown chakra, and it says, I know I am part of Source, and my life is guided by divine wisdom. That's beautiful. You're so welcome, Victoria. Thank you so much. I'm so glad. Thank you. So now we have the solar plexus chakra. I take actions daily that awaken my personal power. You know, when you're overwhelmed and stressed, your solar plexus is seriously damaged. Your solar plexus may seem very strong and confident, but actually, it needs protection. It's a little bit of your ego, and it gets hurt very easily. Its feelings get hurt. Its confidence gets shot. The solar plexus is very hard to keep strong, and it's about good scheduling of your time, good sleep, good healthy food, and good connections with people. That's going to make you feel confident and healthy and vibrant. The solar plexus is your vitality and your battery. And if you notice yourself not confident in the stomach area, believe me, your solar plexus is suffering. So work on that, guys. Maybe do some stomach workouts, some core workouts, okay? Strengthen your core, not just for physical looks, but for the chakra. Strengthen your core. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. Castor oil is good for that. Oh, the name of this deck is called Conscious Spirit Oracle Deck. It's a very good deck. Next, the Water Elemental. I allow my body, mind, and soul to flow intuitively through the changes and challenges, right, in my life. So you allow your body, mind, and spirit to flow intuitively through the changes. And I do have to say, like, I do get the overall energy too for the feminine, that with the Wheel of Fortune and the clock and death, you're going through a lot of changes. Ten of Swords too, it's like, gosh. So whatever's happening, you might be going through the change for some women, or your children might be going to the next phase of life if you're a mother. Your family relationship dynamics are changing. So if you're going through a lot of change, this message is for you, and it's time to recalibrate your life. And time is of the essence. And it's also time to recharge your batteries. All right, guys. Well, that concludes my message today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I love you guys. Remember, this is a journey, not a destination, so you just keep swimming. Please subscribe to my other channel. It is JKS Vedic Astrology and Spirit Science. I'll be posting something this week. I'm getting ready for that. And don't forget about my subscriptions. My memberships, honestly. I am still offering freebies with those. There's a free reading by being a new member. Private reading, by the way, it's not public. But you'll be getting free readings and a new deck of cards with my ultimate membership. So please consider getting a subscription to my membership on my website. And if you guys still want my help coaching, that's still up there on my website. I do trauma and relationship coaching and healing. I have had successful results in getting people back in communication with their twin and back in the union. And even if it's just about yourself and you want to do some just self-coaching, self-healing for personal success with business, or you want to start a YouTube channel or you want help with that, please, I do coaching. It's there on my website. It's for 6 weeks, and you can have a choice to meet me once every 6 weeks or twice. There's 2 different packages there. And I still offer my personal readings. They're a few weeks out, but they're there and they're available. Anyways, the calendar's there. You guys can choose from a 5-minute reading to a 45-minute. If you feel like you have an urgent reading that needs to be done, you just missed an opportunity just now to pay $15 a question, and I would have read your message for you live here now. But you know, if you're not able to do that right now, that's fine. But I do offer an emergency reading. It's within 24 hours, and it's private. It's through Skype or Zoom, and we can do a reading that way. And if you want to wait, you can just schedule something. But all of that is available. I'll be back on at some point today, and then I can answer questions if you guys have some. But for now, I guess this will conclude the reading. Please subscribe here to the YouTube channel. Hit the bell. I'm thinking at least every Saturday, I'll offer 6 free readings to you guys. So you don't want to miss it. You want to make sure that you are aware I'm live, so you can be there. And I'm just going to look in the comments there and pick whoever, and I'll try not to pick the same people. But yeah, every Saturday I'll be offering 6 free readings. And they're good size. They're not just one card. They're lots of cards. So that's a substantial amount of money that you get to save if you want to go ahead and subscribe to this channel. All right. I love you guys. And that's it. Have a lovely rest of your day. And I hope I see you again in the next video. Thank you, markers. We need a what will happen in union reading. Oh, yes, I'll do that. I'll do that later then, markers. I love you. Doja, you can't wait for the new channel. Me too. And Mia, my mom is a nurse, and she's always tells me to take Pepto because she says there's something very healing in it. Oh, I'm guessing it's the peppermint. You're probably right. I love Pepto. Eating pickles will and calm most tummy problems. Interesting. Did not know that. All right. I love you guys. Take care of yourself. Take care of your stomach. And I'll see you when I see you. Love you guys. Oh, when will I be back? What time is it right now? I don't have a clock in here. Mm, 12:25. I will try to come back around 4:30. You'll probably pay for a card. Okay. Yeah, so I'll be back around 4:30. I wish Karima would come. I keep missing her. I know she has questions. Dang it. All right, well, I'll see you guys. I'll be back around 4:30. Okay, around. I'm not promising, but that's my goal. All right, guys.